En el campo una leyenda, con cada pase prende a la senda. Jesús Navas firme y veloz, con el balón siempre feroz. Adiós Navas número 14, de Sevilla tu corazón se esconde. Las alas del campo al desplegar, en nuestra memoria siempre estará.
Hello and welcome back to the Football Flynn show. Hopefully you all enjoyed your Christmas. Hope Santa came. Hope you've got loads of presents. So today's show is on, well, first of all, mainly Christmas is about celebrating Jesus. But in Sevilla, what they do this year, they were celebrating two Jesuses. One, Jesus himself, and the other, Jesús Navas, Jesus Navas. And today, this is what Jesús Navas, this is the show. Jesús Navas' career, he's retired. These are two match attacks I just found in my room. But Jesús Navas retired at the age of 39 last week in his last game in the Santiago Bernabeu, and he also played his last game in the Ramon Sanchez Stadium, beating Celta Vigo. But he got his one final game in the Bernabeu, but it wasn't the same atmosphere compared to the own Sevilla Stadium. And you know, you saw him like crawling on his knees at the pitch, him crying, coming off. And to be fair, I was surprised he got this far, because he said a couple of months ago that he's been going through a lot of injuries with his hip and arthritic hip, but he's just continued to play on. But he said that it was getting harder for him to play each game. But today's show is going to be on Jesús Navas. We're going to take a look back at his career. We're going to look at some of the teammates he's played with. We're going to look at what he's won. So let's just get straight into it. So the man with probably the best eyes in football history, it's a bit weird, but was born in Seville. Navas joined the Seville Academy at 15 years old. In 2003 and 4, he made his first appearance for the club. That's a long time ago, that's 20 years ago, like. But he stayed at Los Palanganas till 2013, playing about 250 games and adding a lot of trophies to his collection, which include the UEFA Super Cup, 2 UEFA Cups, 1 Copa del Rey and 1 Super Copa de España. Actually 2 Copa del Reys. In the summer transfer window of 2013, Sevilla announced that Navas would be leaving the club to join the Citizens, Man City. There's Pep there, Man City. And that's where the two match attacks I got were from City. And to be honest, he wasn't rated really highly. 69 attack, 30 defence in one of the cards, and then 36 defence, 76 attack. Not bad, but a bit underrated, like. So he made his debut a couple of months later for the Citizens in a 4-0 win over Newcastle, and then he scored his first goal in the league against Spurs. But he not only got one, he got 2 in that game. Quality baller. He stayed at City for 4 years, announcing he was going to leave on 25th of May 2017, which was a bit sad because I actually liked Jesús Navas, but when he announced he was going back to his own club, I didn't really mind it, because it's nice to retire at your home club or the club you started at. But anyways, in Manchester he added a Premier League in 13-14 and 2 League Cups, beating Sunderland and Liverpool on pens. I remember watching that Liverpool game back, it was 2015-16 or 2016. Yaya Toure scoring the penalty, that winning penalty, him running off and me singing in the house, Yaya Toure, Yaya Colo Toure song, like, scenes. Then later in his career, Navas went back to Los Palanganas. It's a hard word to pronounce. In 2017, Navas announced he'd be going back to his home club through a video, and he was given the number 16, which was previously worn by his Man City teammate for not that long, but Stefan Jovetic. I actually liked him, he was underrated as well. And he played more as a right back in his stint at the club this time. For City and for his first time at Sevilla, he was playing more as a right winger because he was fast, he was agile, and he worked hard. But he was back into right back when he joined Sevilla again. And then he then signed a 3-year deal, which took him up to this year and his retirement. In this time, he won 2 Europa Leagues, one of them against Man United, I'm pretty sure, and he became the oldest Sevilla scorer of all time, aged 38 years and 288 days, breaking the previous record of Sergio Ramos. Wow, he's just a warrior. Like, in his international career, Navas played over 50 games for Spain, winning 2 Euros, a World Cup, and a Nations League. Basically won everything in national football he could, like, and playing with some great Spain sides, some great players. Like, if you're winning 2 Euros, a World Cup, and Nations League, you'd be pretty happy, like, because many nations don't go that consecutively, like, because he won the Euro and the World Cup consecutively. So, moving on to the next kind of thing now I decided to do was with Jesus Navas, is that I kind of just went through his career there, just interesting stuff about him. But then I thought that, do you know what would be fun if we look back at the teammates he played with, because I was doing my research on like his international career, and then I was just thinking, geez, the Spain teams he must have played in must have been insane, like. And so I thought, then I got to thinking, right, well, let me look at some of the players that he's played with. So I'm only listing out a few. I don't want to, leave out players, because there will be players left out, but I'm just listing out some of the few ones that he actually played with. So for Man City, he played with Yaya Toure, as I said earlier on. David Silva, underrated baller, one of the best Premier League midfielders of all time. I'm just going to leave it there. Sergio Aguero, one of the best strikers in the Premier League of all time. In my opinion, the best non-European, but probably is actually. Then De Bruyne and Frank Lampard. Like, if you look at that, De Bruyne is, I'm not going to say it, but he's argued as like one of the best midfielders. Frank Lampard as well, one of the best Premier League midfielders. Yaya Toure, David Silva, and then Aguero, and there's so much more to add to that list. So many more underrated players that played with him at City, but I can't just list out the full squad, because go on for ages. Like, for Sevilla, he played with like the likes of Rakitic, Dani Alves, Papu Gomez. Streets won't forget his Atalanta seasons. I remember playing FIFA 19 back in the day with Papu Gomez. What a player. Then also Ramos and Ever Banega as well, another kind of streets won't forget FIFA player. Spain, now for Spain, he played with a lot of players, and it was kind of hard for me to pick out a few, so I've just gone with like Sergio Ramos, as he played with Sevilla, Iniesta, Xavi, two of the best midfielders of all time, Casillas, one of the best keepers of all time, Busquets, up there for debate for one of the best midfielders. Like, that's mental if you're playing with Busquets, Xavi and Iniesta in midfield. And then also Xavi Alonso was in that discussion as well, because he also played with him. David Villa, Fernando Torres and Carlos Puyol. Like, that's mental, like, with the category of players he's played with. And to be honest, I thought Navas was a real underrated player himself as well. He worked really hard when he played. He was fast. I don't know, I just always liked him. This is the way to put it. Like, I don't see why you don't like him. He's just a likeable guy. So, anyways, in conclusion, Jesus Navas won around 15 trophies and playing over 880 games of football. 880 games in club football. And won 15 trophies as well. Like, but even to play 880 games in football, in club football, is amazing. Like, loads of players would dream about playing that many games. Like, this guy, as I said before, like, what a legend. You can't really like him. He was just he was fast, like, he was deadly fast, but he always just worked hard, and his attitude towards things, not many players would stick around. Like, he was playing for his home club, going through injury after injury the past couple of years, and if you are finding games harder to play every game you play, it's not nice. Like, and he just pushed through it, and eventually, of course, he's retiring now, but eventually, like, you've just got to say, right, that's enough. And he has, but I mean, just what a career he had. I just loved him as a player. Like, as I said before, you just can't not like the guy, and hopefully football fans will continue to remember him in the future of like how good he was. Especially Sevilla fans, they will remember him for years. But even like your English football fans, like your Premier League fans, you know, your Man City fans, hopefully they don't forget, you know, Jesús Navas as a player. And what a captain he was for Sevilla, by the way, as well. Sevilla won't ever forget him. Let's hope City won't forget him either. But I think that's going to be all for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. See you
En
guys
el
next
campo
time.
una
Adios.
leyenda, con cada pase prende a la senda. Jesús Navas firme y veloz, con el balón siempre feroz. Adiós Navas número 14, de Sevilla tu corazón se esconde. Las alas del campo al desplegar, en nuestra memoria siempre estarás. La roja te vio conquistar, en Sudáfrica lo hiciste brillar. De Nervión al cielo azul, tus jugadas llenan de luz. Adiós Navas número 14, de Sevilla tu corazón se esconde. Las alas del campo al desplegar, en nuestra memoria siempre estarás. La afición grita tu nombre, en las calles siempre serás hombre. Tus gambetas aún se sienten en el césped, tus huellas latentes. Un guerrero, un líder noble, tus rivales siempre humildes. Ahora el